All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses. This is the brother Quanah Watt coming back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will. It is straight to the point. But as you see right here, hey, things are heating up quick, man. Things are heating up quick, man, when dealing with, this World War III, right? Because we're in the beginning stages of World War III, man. We are in the beginning stages of World War III. It says right here, because I recently just reposted one of the beloved New Jersey brothers, man. I reposted his video, or I shared his video on my community section of my page, man, which you can go ultimately check it out. Right? It's like 9 to 10 minutes long, maybe like 11 minutes long, but he covered the strike that happened in Jordan on American soldiers, and how, 3 soldiers were dead and 40 plus soldiers were injured in that attack, and here is America's response to that, right? It says the U.S. approves plans to directly target Iranian forces in response to attack that killed 3 soldiers, right? So America's saying, you know what? Hey, we're going to fire back, right? It says the U.S. is said to have approved plans to strike Iranian personnel and facilities in Iraq and Syria in response to a drone attack that killed 3 U.S. soldiers in Jordan on Sunday. Right? It says U.S. officials have characterized the response as a campaign that could last weeks and will include both airstrikes and cyber attacks. According to NBC, it would target both the Iran-backed militias that carried out the deadly attack and Iranian forces that support them in the region, officials told ABC separately. So again, this is America saying, you know what, we're gonna strike, right? We're gonna retaliate and we're gonna strike. And really all these, these skirmishes and strikes that are happening, between, America and these so-called, what America's calling so-called terrorist groups like Hezbollah or Houthis or, all these other ones, which I know there's multiple names. I just can't think about the names, right now. But nonetheless, right, all these strikes are happening, right, going back to Israel and Gaza, man, which we'll bring that out. But this is Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 45. It says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that he have taken against Babylon, which we know Babylon today is America, man. Right? This ain't speaking on, ancient Babylon. This is speaking on modern day Babylon, man. It says, in his purposes that he hath purpose against the land of the Chaldeans, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Right, man? The least of the flock is going into who? Is going into the small hats, man. The 1948ers. They are the least of the flock, right? And they've been committing and still are committing major atrocities, right? To the Palestinians that are over there, man. What was it? 26,000, 26,000 people have been killed. And most of those are women and children, man. Innocents, non-combative personnel, man. They don't have no military training. These are women and children, man. I just seen a video of a man in Gaza, right? After an airstrike, he was holding 2 children dead in his arms. And he was, speaking to the camera saying, I want them to see what they're doing to us, doing to our children, right? Israel is just fucking bombing them, just destroying them, man, And again, these Muslim nations, right, are coming to the aid of their own, man, right? They're tired of it, man, and this is why America, right, is catching some of that heat, because America is backing Israel, man, So these nations are fucking sick and tired of this shit, man, So they've been drawn out, man. Israel has drawn them out, and this is only going to continue to spiral, right? It's only going to continue to get worse, right? And that was the point on that. But I do have another article because, again, America is stepping on the wrong toes, man. You know, Iran ain't playing. You know, it says right here on the peoplesvoice.tv, it says Iran warns that no U.S. threat will go unanswered. Right? So they're saying, hey, go ahead. Right? Try some. Hey, we're going to fire back, man. You know? Hey, these nations are fucking done with America, man. These nations are fucking done with America, man. You know? And before I continue on this, which is short, but I do want to grab this real quick. Right? Because war is being prepared before our eyes, man. Right? It's Joel 3, and I'll start at verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. And this is what's happening. Right? All these nations, right? Including America. Right? And this is why America's, having talks about, possibly bringing back the draft. If you got even Australia, I think I did a lesson on it a few days ago. You even have Australia, right? Talking about bringing back the conception, man, which is ultimately their form of the draft, man. This is what's going on. This is the time that we are in, right? It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And this is what you see, right? This is what you see. Iran, right, a much smaller country, right, than America, right, is saying, go ahead, try something, right? They're threatening America back, saying, hey, you want to go ahead and try and threaten us? Hey, well, we going to get your ass back, right? And I'll read the last verse, and then we'll get back to this article. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, right? And this is what the Lord is doing, right? He's gathering these nations, man. He's gathering these nations, right? Into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, man, which is over there in the Middle East, so-called Middle East, man. This is what the Lord is doing right now. It says, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. We'll get back to the article. It says, the head of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or the IRGC, has warned that Iran will not let any threat from the United States go unanswered. Right? It says a statement on Wednesday came after U.S. President Joe Biden said that he had drawn up a response to Sunday's attack on American troops in Jordan. On Tuesday, Biden told reporters that he had decided how to respond to the drone attack, which left 3 U.S. soldiers dead and dozens more injured. It says RT reports the White House blamed the assault on Iranian-aligned militants operating in Iraq and Syria, while Biden said he holds Iran responsible for the deaths in the sense that they're supplying the weapons to the people who did it, right? Which there's been, they've been going back and forth on who, is responsible, right, and not, right? It says the U.S. president did not reveal what kind of response he had planned, which we just read it, right? He's going to ultimately attack them with what? Airstrikes and cyber attacks, right? It says we hear threats coming from American officials, and we tell them that they have already tested us, and we now know one another. No threat will be left unanswered. They're saying, hey, go ahead. Basically pulling America's coattail, man, right? To see if America's bluffing, right? It says, dropping that says, we are not looking for war, but we are not afraid of war either, right? Letting the weak say, I'm strong, man. Because Iran, not too long ago, I want to say a few years back, they actually took a video of their arsenal, their missile arsenal. It wasn't ICBM nuclear missiles, but it was their missile arsenal, man. And it was a long video of a dude walking down this, military bunker or whatever it was, man, and just we're talking about thousands upon thousands of missiles, man. They were showing that shit off, man. They were showing it off. America's done, bro. America is done. It says, reading the quote, it says the Islamic Republic will decisively respond to any attack on the county, its interest and nationals under any pretext, right? It says Tehran has denied orchestrating the fatal attack on U.S. troops, while Iran arms and trains numerous Shiite militias in Iraq and Syria. The Iranian Foreign Ministry said on Monday that these fighters do not take orders from the Islamic Republic of Iran. So they're denying, any involvement, right? But America is steady blaming Iran, man. And you best believe that America's most likely, right, going to strike Iran, which would be a very bad idea, man. A very bad idea, because Iran is backed by Russia, man. Iran is backed by Russia, right? Because Iran is one of the matter of fact, let's see if we can grab it in the blue letter. One of the allies of Russia, right? Stated in the scriptures, right? In Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, right? I'll start at verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee, in the KJV, it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And this is speaking on Gog and Magog, right? Which we know is Russia, right? It says, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, right? Which we see Russia getting his army ready, right? They're already in Ukraine fighting back. Russia, had called up reservists, right? Just like China did, right? They called up their reservists, right? They're bringing their military in, strengthening their military might, man. As well as, mass producing the Saramot 2 missile, which is the world's strongest ICBM nuclear missile created to date, man. And here's the point, verse 5, it says, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Now I want to go into that word Persia, because I'm pretty sure it'll pull it up, right? Persia, it's not going to bring it up. I was hoping it would have pulled it up. Right, because the Persians are who? The Iranians, man. Let's see if it pulls it up in here. Nah, it's not going to pull it up. Right, so let's go on Google and see if we can who are the Persians today, right? It says right here, it says the term Persian typically refers to the people, culture, and language of Iran, right? It says which was historically known as Persia. So there you go. There you go. Persia is Iran, man. Go to Wikipedia, look it up even more. It says the Persians are an Iranian ethnic group, right? Who comprise over half of the population of Iran. So there you go, right? Iran. So this right here, one of the number one allies of Russia is Iran. And what do you think's gonna happen, man? Right? When you start messing with Russia's resources, what do you think's gonna happen? Russia's gonna get into it, man. Russia is gonna have to step into it, man. And this is gonna be, it's all bad for America, man. America's done, man. America is done. If they truly do decide to strike Iran, that right there, we're talking about the snowball rolling down the hill is just gonna pick up speed, man. And pick up density. Lord will, man. Lord will they fucking strike these motherfuckers, man. Because I ain't for either side. Hey, we're not for either side. We're for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai prophecy, man. Prophecy states that this has to take place, and it will, and that's going to be the end of America, man, and I don't want to make this too long, man, but this is what's going on. This is what's current in the news, right? But we'll, Jeremiah 50, and we'll start at verse 9, because really, if America does strike Iran and Russia does end up getting into it, this is going to be the end result, right? This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 9. It said, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, which the north country is speaking of Russia, right? As well as, Russia, with its allies and stuff like that, as well as, right, even America's allies, right? America's allies are going to turn against America, right? And side with, these other nations against Babylon, man. Pursuing to, what is that, Revelations? What is that? Revelations 17 and 16. Right? Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." And the whore is going into America, Babylon the Great. Right? It says, "And shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." Right now, the 10 horns going into the NATO. Right? Those NATO countries. Right? Some of these EU countries as well. Right? Are going to ultimately turn against America. Right? And side with the other nations. Right? Against America. So let's go back. Let's go back to Jeremiah 50. And verse 9, it says, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." Right? Meaning they're not going to miss, man. Right? They're not going to miss. Which you can read that in Joel, the 2nd chapter. Right? That, they're not going to thrust, right, against one another. They're gonna run straight to that mark and hit that mark, man. Expert man, mighty expert man. Right? Yahweh Shem El Shah will not miss. Hey, even right here in the bottom of the NLT version of verse 9, I'll read it from the top. It says, "For I am raising up an army of great nations from the north. They will join forces to attack Babylon, and she will be captured. The enemy's arrows will go straight to the mark. They will not miss." This is what's coming, man. Babylon's fucking done, man. It says in Chaldea, going in KJV in verse 10, it says, "In Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." That's right, man. And we're going to drop down. Verse 13, it says, "Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and shall hiss at all her plagues." So this is what's going to be the end result, right? This is what's going to be the end result, right? America being completely destroyed, man. Rightfully so, man. This place is evil, wicked, and this is where this all, these skirmishes and, wars that are breaking out, right? This is what it's all leading to, man, right? The destruction of Babylon, right? America, which we can't wait for, man, It's just a matter of time, man. It's not about if, it's about when. And now, hey, that time is coming real soon. Habakkuk 2 and 3, right? We're in that time, man. So with that, Lord will is edifying, Lord will is straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash, that belongs to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone. Till next time, I say shalom.